Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new video. This is your coach Aina. Welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I want to talk to you about 5 common resume mistakes that you should avoid to get more visibility and attract more recruiters and hiring managers for the job descriptions or for the job vacancies that you are applying for. And this applies to jobs that you are applying within India or in Europe. And this I'm speaking from my personal experience. When I came to Luxembourg and started applying for jobs, I had applied for a lot of jobs, but my resume would not get shortlisted, and I would not get any call. But only when I made these changes that I'm going to talk about, only when I did make these changes to my resume, then only I got started getting calls from hiring managers and recruiters, and finally landing a job offer. So here is what I did, and let's get started. So the first mistake to avoid in a resume is to put your education before experience. Now, most of us, when if we want to highlight our education, we start with education, professional skills, and so on, and then we come to something called the professional experience. So you have to remember that a hiring manager or a recruiter only scans through your resume for the first 30 seconds or so. And if he or she doesn't find your resume, the first few sentences of your resume relevant to the job description that they are looking for, then they will just reject it. So it is important that you start with your professional experience first, whether it is experience in financial management or experience in supply chain management or whatever that is. You have to start with the professional experience first, then describe your positions and job titles, and then you come to the education and other professional skills and highlight them. So this is what you call something as the reverse chronological order when you write a resume. So always follow the reverse chronological order, highlighting the current or the most recent events first, and then going one by one consecutively, and ending with the event that happened the last, which is your education or your educational experience. So the first mistake to avoid: never start with your education, but always start with your professional experience in a resume. Number 2 mistake to avoid is to not showing your impact or the result that you have created. So most of us, when we give the job experience that we have had, we basically put a paragraph describing what tasks we have done. Instead of that, we should always talk about what was the impact that we delivered, or what was the result that was created by the task that we have done. Only if you highlight your achievements or your accomplishments clearly, that becomes impactful, and that becomes very attractive to the recruiter or the hiring managers. So instead of only listing out the tasks or your responsibilities, also create a section where in bullet points you describe your achievements or your accomplishments and the impact that you have delivered in that particular project or that particular job stint. Number 3 mistake to avoid, or something that you should definitely include in your resume, is to show metrics which is quantifiable, show results that are quantifiable. So you can say something like, I achieved 120% of my target, or I improved the customer satisfaction by 30%, or I improved the net promoter score by a certain number. So in terms of giving an actual number or putting a number to your result or your accomplishment gives a lot of credibility to the recruiter, and they also find your experience relevant, and this is something which will make you stand out from the other candidates who are applying for the same role. So always speak in terms of numbers or in terms of quantitative metrics, and highlight them as your accomplishments or in your results in your resume. Another mistake that you should avoid in a resume is to use the same resume to apply for every job. So I used to do this. I used to send cold emails. I used to say use the same resume that I have without making any changes to multiple jobs openings. But you should never do this because every job description has a different keyword. And if you do not include or optimize your resume to those relevant keywords, your resume will not be selected. So it's always important to tailor your resume for every job opening that you're applying for. You look at the job opening, look at the job description, understand what is the most relevant skill set required for that particular job opening, and try to include that in your experience and then apply for that job opening. This way, your resume looks more relevant to the openings that you're applying for, and it also makes you look as a serious candidate and not really applying randomly for every opening that is available. And it also improves your chances to get discovered by recruiters and hiring managers, and also getting an interview call. Number five, one thing that you should avoid putting in your resume is a lot of design and graphic elements and different fonts and pictures and so on. Now, as a career coach, I receive a lot of resumes to get reviewed, and they ask me, whether this resume is good enough. These are like very beautiful resumes, which are made by a designer, or it's very beautiful to see. But unfortunately, these resumes don't go through the resume engine, which is basically a software which is designed to look for the relevant keywords. So it does not recognize these particular designs or formats that is available. So it is always good to keep your resume as simple as possible. Follow, if you're applying for jobs in Europe, follow a Europass CV. You can use a plain template, or you can follow a simple ATS friendly resume template, and then you can create the resume. You don't have to use fancy fonts or graphics or other design elements in your resume. Please do avoid that, and always make it in an either a Word document or a PDF, which is readable by, again, the software which tracks resumes and gets you shortlisted. So here are five resume mistakes that you should avoid before applying for jobs either in India or abroad. I hope you like this video. If you would like to see more videos like these, please do leave a comment, and also please like to subscribe and share. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.